T 是
Open
3
up
杠，
this.
这张地图是一个非常高的一个数据啊，是有一个2胜。
对。
Not next to. I mean, they're behind them in China. They're not in a basement.
中路的一个巡地舰啊，确定了防守方没有
Like
前压。
other regions have
是没
them.
关的哦。
但是
Right, so Trace is attacking. Let's be super focused on this
有
one.
半线
I got
第一
some
时间
caffeine. I got some Dr. Pepper, so I'm
我把这个门关了之后
more focused. But Trace
你以后再关门。
only dropped one map so far this stage, which is against Billy Billy, which wasn't as dominant as a scoreline as this
进
was.
行一波反清，看看
So this is a map that we've seen Trace get 13 freed on last against FBX.
右边有人，哦，
Oh my god, Vukashu still gets one in that instance. Maybe Luke should have got the kill there in the end because Lao King was fairly low. Traded either side. I don't know why Kai is hanging around here, for Christ's sake. You're in a 3 versus 2. The spike is still here. Like, just group up and stay. Please don't split up. Don't give me another HFMI round, please. Like, don't just...
应该是卡在这里，对。
It's so risky to be doing this. Lao King. Oh! A little bit whiffy.
但是他确实也打到了对方一枪。
双人机还有个巡地舰能够找到逼通的最后一个人，先
Weekend that broken. They know roughly where he is. Jump spot. And just close it down the distance. Really well played from Xion. I gotta wonder though, Trace looking a little bit all over the place.
DRG 顶住了压力。
非常漂亮的一波回防和残局处理啊！
这个金大校，他的选
Why is Trace always over peaking?
就他射完这个巡地舰之后，立刻切刀往前走了。
I think it's like they're trying to fight fire with fire a bit. Like they know that DRG is a very like
这样切刀走往前。
gritty team that is going to try and fight you in as many opportunities as they can get.
刚刚伏笔其实是
But
在市场，但是到最后这个
I
残
think
局
DRG just lack a lot of like team play, especially on Sunset. Just keep together, plant here, back up, and play the fucking post plant,
还是买
please.
了。如果他不起的话，风险太高了。
对，
还是由福卡叔来保留鬼魅。
因为他是单
Yeah,
波
why give DRG the kind of rounds that they want to
不
fight?
能掉，所以选择了一把鬼魅。
是的，山木地线防守方给的很快啊。DRG 上来先试探一下你 A 点的情况，但现在 T 好像不想再跟你去拉扯了，直接 A 点一波。
DRG are kind of like a BBL foot almost, like more like BBL, I suppose.
不错的，直接左键压到底，虽然吃到了对方的闪，但是
Because they are just like aim demons
出枪帮助
that like want to fight you.
中路还在交手，中路还在交手。哦呦，隔着赛博囚笼传掉了对方的小开。
And that's not to say that like DRG don't have like good strats or good theory or good team play. Same as like BBL, right? Like they are a good team. They wouldn't have beat Navi yesterday if they weren't. But it isn't the kind of team that's going to just
市场的门已经是被关掉了。
blow you away with like set utility strats and stuff like that. They're not reinventing the wheel. They're just taking what suits them and
然后抓。
adding a bit of distortion and running with it that way.
这一波
I don't know how accurate that is necessarily, but that's
第一时间
generally like how I feel
吃了一
about
个
it.
满闪哦，但是近距离的害灵啊，对手没有枪，
哎，这种
You know, I don't know.
优势，如果是一把燎犬的话，真不好说。你看他害灵，
盲扫就完了。
对，直接左键按到底。虽然他自己还是被对方给补掉了，但是我觉得他这2个击杀也是对团队做出了一个非常大的贡献。
是的，
并且能让他的终极技能来得更快啊！上一分加了3个点，那这一分。 陆克就要小心一点，他这分只有一把正义，而对于 TE 来说，这一分不容有失啊。
是的，长枪分这一把，看看进攻方的 TE 要怎么去控图。第一时间给了中路的巡地舰和烟雾。
哎，两边战术监控啊。
Yeah, Flexin went to Tyloo, Lao King came in.
打这个战术监控会有一些。
And I was saying with like the little pre-show that we did for the first like part of this. Like Lao King has been a tremendous addition. I don't know, like Saint's been watching a lot of
怎么去选
like
择？
Saint's the other person. Like if I don't know something about China, I'd probably ask Saint. So I'm curious on like Saint's opinion because you know they're mostly watching Sliggy. They're like a there's one thing that Saint loves more than China, it's Sliggy.
已经标了一个点，
声东击西，但
But I am curious on their opinion of like how Lao King's done and what Lao King kind of brings to the table that Flexin doesn't.
小心危机看到了红砖是还有人的，第一时间 Luke
Oh yeah, Deadlock as well. I mean, it's like Deadlock, Sliggy, China.
陆克这位置置之死地而后生，闪现一枪，晋级班能退走。 非常丝滑的一波操作，手里还有个踩雷飞剑。
And then being, oh, what's the term? Contrarian. Like I saw Saint's tier list on Twitter, and I'm like, I feel like this is bait. I don't know if he believes it or if he's like really big on stuff. Yeah, I mean it could be a terribly timed one, especially in their group with how close it is. Oh my god, it's so unlucky as well from Trace to be running into all of that. But what a time for DRG to be just pounding.
是的，而且我看说包点里面给的这个赛博成龙，让他有了一个容身的机会。看一下，打一个，然后赛博成龙，是的。 峰峰这个位置也没办法，因为他第一时间肯定要是去抢包点后的。
Yeah, come on, Trace. I've been bigging up this series for so long.
他说就是在近点。
0-3的开局让 TE 现在是。
I suppose, like, yeah, it's looking confident that it's going to be these three teams making Shanghai, and just some entity is gone.
应该在下一分要叫出来了。
对。
从目前来说 ，TE
然后 Trace is losing to DRG
没有跟自己的团队在正面的协同上打出特别高的收益啊。
因为其实第一时间
Yeah, if you win pistol, you snowball it through.
的闪光都是给有位移的人员。
I feel like there's just a clip from Sliggy that you can play here talking about it.
Luke 他其实还吃了对手一些技能。
对。
Especially with this comp, like when you can build up like ultimates here, even this one just situationally.
闪身一看，这个穿射，但是很残了。
Oh my god, even TCH is farming. Oh man. Saint, I was asking what you thought of Lao King so far. We okay? Stream? Hello? Let's give it a minute.
很快 TZ 至少
He's more in a minute. Good God.
他把对手已经全混残了。
眼里混了2个。
对，回身再打一个，后续被补枪。
他这个
There's the UI.
多走了一步啊。但其实在
Good grief.
一个空中没法开枪的机会。
对。
Well, at least we have a timeout. Maybe we might need a take pause.
正面技能的收益了。
对。
基本上我们从这个上帝视角来看。
Thought he was poor on Tyler. I think he's a downgrade of what they had, but he's overperformed my expectations. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Flexin had a really bad series against EDG. But throughout kickoff, I thought the flexing was quite good. Like a little bit spotty, but he had like a lot of like pop-off moments. Moments that I wouldn't ever expect to really see from Lao King, but I think Lao King's just a little bit more, he's not super high or super low, he's just more like consistently there. Which, you know, when you have a YOU, when you have a Fung Fung and Kai, you don't need to have a flexing that can also have crazy pop-off moments, but can also have really quiet series. You just need like some Mr. Consistencies.
如果你现在去扑普卡鼠这个点，总感觉要付出非常大的代价。上一分你虽然把它混掉了，但是立刻。
I don't know if this is my PC struggle because it sounds like it's struggling.
就连倒3个人，
对，补枪很快。
Maybe we just watch on this.
哦，那就看一下终极技能能不能给团队带来一些收益吧，因为风。
Just watch on YouTube for now.
能不能给团队带来一些收益吧？因为风风在现在。
Maybe close some tabs. Maybe it's also like recording and stuff. Maybe I'm just getting low on hard drive space.
破口第一时间想抢一下 B 大。
至少先吃个球吧，我觉得。雷击剑想。
I haven't really missed too much.
位置很刁钻。
Right, so they break the camera, they tried to break the trip, but this one too low is just awkward to catch. When you don't have a wingman, you're not playing prowlers as well, it means that these trips can really cause an instant.
还是给一个假象的烟哦，给到 Nick 一个信息，我中路可能要过。
还是空中。
DRG taking a lot of space here. Have they got op? No, they don't. It's just literally walking up onto the angle. I think if you're playing this comp node Trace, you want to be fighting for this as much as possible. Even if you are playing the comp on defense, it's so hard to hold and to fight this if you're just battering it with a flash and a stun each round.
关键现在很奇怪的一点就是黑贝是单摸，
尼克这个位置
选择单摸。
A lot of respect given. DRG had a really good read on what was happening. And like Luke being in the position that he was, nobody defaulting, nobody contesting. The Omen's TP'd behind, so this could be... Oh, get your gun out. Neural Theft actually just does so much for Hebe there. How did DRG win map 1? I mean, very convincingly. I don't think Trace played the map that well. But like every aim fight, every like decision that DRG made just worked out wonderfully. I don't know how old Lao King is in comparison to Flexen either. Maybe like Lao is just like a younger player, younger prodigy building up. Like, there's just so much like context that we miss because it's all in Mandarin.
做出一些改变，
就铁臂这个英雄，就你闪给的早了也不行，晚了也不行，你就得卡在那个时间节点。对。
Yeah, I remember the first time I watched Tyler with. I think it was Tyler was one of the first teams I actually watched. I think it was them versus like Fong Angry Men was one of the first games I watched for Evo. But like Lao King like passed the eye test for that series. I remember that. Like, oh, this guy actually looks quite good. But I didn't really see that much more after for Tyloo from then on out. So yeah, I was surprised that they made that change. But I wasn't surprised that they dropped Flexen. Yeah, I think it's the same for everybody. Lao King is 23. How old is Flexen? They're both 22. So it's just a... Yeah, it could be attitude. Could be just demeanor, how they play. Might have actually been Flexen not wanting to be on the team anymore. Felt he could do better on Tyloo. Which is, you know, valid.
但是我们要注意 T1 的铁臂黑贝他是没有在 A 点附近的哦。
对。
所以这个 A 区其实也只是去消耗一下你的技能而已。
Yeah, this is...
I
feel like I'm watching DFM last week, because DFM were doing this a lot too, and it was really irritating me. Like, you just mess around and like, there's 30 seconds, and like, look where the spike is. It's not only which site you're going to, but how do you get there? Oh my god, Feng Feng gets a kill. Why are you stopped? It's pulled attention away from the site, but you still need to plant. And like DRG with a player advantage, shouldn't be too afraid. They are given a lot of space up here. Like, they're not going to try and contest or fight this. Because they have the Hunter's Fury. My mistake. Double peek. Oh, Kai getting 2 is so big there. And they just have enough time to plant. Paranoia, it does actually connect onto Hebe, but Kai is just saving them. Right, Hebe, you've been given a lifeline here. Oh, he doesn't expect it. He's there! Did it just miss? Did it hit some like weird angle and it just didn't ping where it was supposed to? How have Trace got out of that one? It must have just not have hit in the right place. Because the fact he was so convinced that he wasn't in this position anymore.
I
don't know where it hit. Hit the side of the box? Or so it was just a bad recon. I was going to say, I thought it was deep. I thought it was going to hit him. But it was a good decision because you could tell that Hebe was like rotating over to where the recon was to break it. But then he left it. I was like, hmm? We need like VAR on the scene to see what that was like. That was weird. Alright, good trade. One of the only rifles that DRG had is gone. Where are you going, Kai? Is that... Here, have my gun, is essentially what you're saying.
有巡离剑，上期技能应该会留在队友到附近之后再交，3打3。
但是这个回防可能稍微有点难，歪歪有大，黑背。
I swear, watching China, where are you going is like my catchphrase at this point. Vandal delivery. Amazon Kai. Oh man, just the peek on that angle is hard, and then the stun. You got a rolling thunder. You got to use it against like this eco, really. Good shot. You knocked him off of it. They've smoked it off, so you still don't really have that much to work with. You have an aftershock. Are you in a position to actually like put it on something? Oh my god, these rounds are just a mess. Messy mess. Luckily, Feng Feng's there to clear them out.
对，
这个暴动器安装呢，它是贴墙的，所以传言非常难躲。
主要是这个位置，这个爆能器小到这个位置太好穿了，因为你能够去拆除爆能器的这个位置，就只有在这一条小道。
主要是你还贴着右边的墙。但这一分
Yeah, they're not playing the best Valorant at the moment. Like this was like a half buy, pretty much. It was like a buy next. They had some rifles, they had mostly like pistols, and they still bring it to a 1 versus 1. How was the first game? Like the first series? Like pretty good. 4 best of 3. It was a lot of fun to watch. Especially seeing like Billy making roster moves and still struggling. Like Tech didn't really have too much to write home about them with. Like just fairly like standard team. Got battered last week against DRG. So it was kind of tricky for them to work it out, I guess. Trace already through playoffs, right? Not quite. It'd be crazy for them to miss out on it, but I don't like mathematically it's not confirmed yet. Trace become better than EGG with time. Yeah, I mean, with some of the games that they've played, they've looked better than EDG. This is just one of the really is the one time that we've seen Trace really tested. Like they've dropped a map against Billy. This stage so far, so it's not like they're like running perfect. But yeah, I just think that Trace have been perfect form so far. Hit the wall too far to the right from the generator, so Hebei could avoid it. So it's really well played, I guess, from Hebei, because he decided to not break it in order to like shuffle forward. They would want first even if they make playoffs. That's also true, yeah. Especially when you got FPX in your group. Right, nades. Feng Feng is in. Yeah, good execute. A little bit raggedy in places, but the peaks in the fights are good. And they're going into doing what I wanted them to do, which is just execute on A. It's so hard to stop them. Yeah, last map was just, he couldn't get anything done. But I don't think the game plan from Trace necessarily set him up well. Using neural effect in the 2 versus 4. You've got YOU and Feng that are both low. But so is TZH. Right, so that's one player, just wall banging. 2 on the plant. Oh, the double peek! Oh my god, the transfer from Vukashu, that's mental! He's got half. Oh my god, Vukashu. They tried to do some like 1, 2, 3 peak, and for the most part it was fine. You just don't expect Vukashu to have that kind of transfer. Now I don't blame them at all for going for the double peak, because there's 2 of them. Like the problem is more that how did they get into this position in the first place? Like here they need to take some space because they're backed in, but like this is crazy. Like quite literally their Tracer like backed into the corner. So they, especially with like Feng Feng dies here, right? So these players don't have any control. And they're all like stuck in this corner. So it's like, right, we need to go make a play before they make a play on us. Like, was the peak absolutely perfect? Not really. But like, they had to think on their feet. You just don't expect the Vukashu's just gonna go da da da. All right, okay. Reset.
那现在人数优势是倒向了 TE 这一方。
Oh, this fucking region.
做了一道幽灵，把整个中路打穿了。
他甚至还离魂，跟自己的队友集合，骗了一下对手。
那现在所有的担子给到了 Luke 身上。 中路是完全没有信息的，所以福卡叔的回防会很慢。
这 sheriffs just
全是正义的头部命中率啊
just turn Valorant into a 1v1 server like in CS. Just ISO, just every game ISO. Like TFT. Oh my god, that would be such a good game mode actually. 8 players, like TFT. Like you can pick what weapons you might want to use, and then you just 1v1 against like other people.
出烟吃阵。 哦，等阵看一眼 ，Looking， 他很聪明，他知道这个时候没有必要跟对方死白，但第二时间的 pick，
just farm kills, Vukashi. You're 11 and 5.
真就2发不换啊，真就2发，福卡叔没容错，这一分的存钱翻盘是由 Looking 的3杀发起的号角。
太夸张了，他这一波，他这个正义就像猛虎下山，强劲有力，撕破了对手的一个防线啊！
太夸张。
That shot is actually nasty. Lowking is just like, fuck it, I'm going mid. I mean, 3 players kind of walked into him a bit.
做得太好了。
对。
1v3 with 2 bullets, I still believe Vukashi could have won that. I mean, I think that's the reason why he went in, because he's like, I need to just keep... He knows that he's probably going to lose the gun and he won't have time. But it's just sending a message.
是的。卡祖有点憋不住了，他想主动找机会，因为他不停的回防，让自己
Kai's responded though.
一个很尴尬的局面。B 点唯一的长枪已经是没了，不过被 TZH 给捡了回来。
TZH just picked up the gun.
剑影的时候还是比较安全的，但是还是这个问题。 You
know, if there's so many communication issues for some of the Chinese teams, considering players like Autumn and Vukashu? Yeah, for sure. Like, obviously, like, different languages. TZH getting 2 there. Like, of course it has impact, but communications happen between all teams that natively speak the same language. So it's kind of like the spectrum of how bad it can be.
但是能给把枪，手里还有一发闪电爆破将会成为现在非常重要的一个控制技能。闪身再看 ，Luke。
Paranoia in hand. Are you ready to peek off of this?
现在仿佛成为了 TE 的主心骨，他在哪里？队伍的攻击重心就在
Why did they paranoia when they did? Just to try and get a timing?
手里还没有交闪的打算，他可能会被抓 timing。闪梦地线先给上。
Timing? Nice double peek, actually. Lowking is just getting his team over the line here. By whatever means necessary, he's just like, come on, guys. I will do everything I can.
在这2回合的发挥了，是的，几乎是一己之力，把现在非常劣势的局面扭转了回来。
Yeah, Kai just walking out. Autumn's not fluent. Like he understands it quite well, but I don't like fluent is one thing. Right, buys round 11. Stun. Any aggression coming in, just stun nade. You got a Hunter's Fury. You got the Omenal. You got a Neural Theft.
中路的位置第一时间给了一个花车巡游给市场。 但是这个过点好像是被打了一个小开。
Also, like FBX's English is really good. Like Life especially speaks better English than I fucking do.
是老乡见老乡，看了一眼，而且关键峰峰的位置被发现了。
对。包点 TZH 在单挂。
Looking 手里有黑的，所以这个包点第一时间是没有反抗的机会的。
对。
Alright, so you've lost Kai, so you don't have flank control, so that's something you need to worry about. Especially when you have an Omen ultimate, I just TP here. They are going to full contact, walk out into 4. There's the showstopper. Oh, this, oh, I was going to say, if Thong gets that kill into Vukashi, that's going in the reel. Bouncing around the place like crazy.
克在绕后，陆克在绕后，所以邵远期知道他只需要拖时间就可以了。
两个人的位置是已经锁定了 T。
And there's the flank because of the Cypher going down. 5v5. He's ran right past him. He's going B.
想去 B 点。
Oh, the door.
还要过门。
You've got no bullets. You've got like 10 bullets left. Why are you?
其实回防速度还是比较快的。
如果没看错的话
He needs a gun. He's literally only got like 7 bullets. He's got 3. He needs to reload. He's only got...
要不要换？
3发打2个吗？
他不敢换，因为他这个时间知道。
Oh my god. Oh, the recon. He has 2 but he has 9 bullets total. And the stun is just way too good.
山峰地线震到了，
没有任何的办法，这个
太
残局。
绝望了。
Autumn putting up the Tomasi level of performance is a
本来打门就
fantastic way of putting it. Yeah, role swap is just... For them and for EDG, it's just the aha moment.
对手太多的机会，虽然说 TE 峰峰这个玩焰火是炸到了人，但是不太够。后续
3 bullets for 2 is 3 too many.
嗯，哇，小开真的有点小倒霉蛋了。
对，而且最让 DRG 难受的就是
That's Tracy's into ultimates.
他还把他自己的大给抛出去了。
对，
这就会导致后续今年补强的人是处在完全明牌的一个状态。
I mean, it's the fact that, like, at least the plant went in.
但最后的结果已经是倒向了 DRG 这一边。
没错，上半场最后1分。好在是这一分。
Yeah, even the Spike, like, quickfire questions video, like,
陆克肯定是想把自己的
life just sounds like almost American. Well, maybe not. You could sort of tell that it's, like, non-native English speaking. But it's incredibly, like, clear.
都是集结在 B 点的，先给一些动静来清一下你前点的一些半
Yeah,
线。
it's like resetting them, but it's also last round anyway.
这个
They have a showstopper for Luke.
强行打一波包点吗？
Good pings on both of them. Xion deciding to go and tuck into the corner is a little bit funny. The flash is really nice from the breach. The counter stun's good. TCH is trying to get out. But like the cage, this is like a really good execute from Trace. Like, even though Luke has a showstopper, it's a 5 versus 2. 1v5.
他甚至手里只有一把亥灵。
远距离确实没有太好的优
He
势。
doesn't even get to look at them.
直接被摘掉了。
人差太多了，所有人都已经是架死了他的位置。
嗯。
Sounds like a transfer student. Yeah, yeah.
两支队伍的比分其实是来到了一个均势，
对。
但是给 T 要敲响一个警钟，就是没有落 King 这两个关键回合。
Yeah, Trace have rolled with the punches a lot more this map. Like some of these rounds have not been great from them, or you know, like the round where Vukashu was it 2 versus 4 that they win. Yeah, because you'll have people say, "Oh, well, it's bad that Berlin has to do call around in Chinese and then in English, right?" And it's like, well, not until we like hear it, right? Because he might call it in Chinese enough that, sorry, in Mandarin enough that Autumn understands it. And then if there's any like general questions or any specifics, you can just call it in English.
但是这张地图 T1 在日落之城进攻方和防守的
I don't think it's as much of a big deal as people might make it out to
进攻
be.
有56，防守有53，都还不错。
Somebody said that Autumn just told him to call him Mandarin. Yeah, it sounds like that way.
零看守，确实这张地图大多数的。
Also, Vukashu is like Russian playing on EMEA servers. He's playing muted his whole teammate.
少尉，所以。 关键是在正常来说，零就算他的震慑半线办不到人，他也会逼你交一些
like he's used to it.
你进点的速度。
是的，
我觉得这些技能都是能很好的去拖延一些进攻方的脚步，然后让防守方找到一些去对枪的 timing。武卡鼠今天上半场的表现其实要比第一张地图上半场好很多。
是的。
接下来会来到他的非常有发挥空间的进攻边。
Fengfeng's playing with like his keyboard half off the desk. I don't know if that's just because he's like chilling for the moment. Like, it's the end of half time. But that's such a good picture. This feels like it's a half time into a tech pause. Never mind. Yeah, considering they lost the pistol and the bonus, 6-6 at the half is crazy good from Trace.
好，也非常感谢现场支持两支队伍的粉丝和观众。我们今天马上来到下半场关键的对决。
The stun execute actually worked out massively. There goes Vukashu.
被对方给混掉了，而且这一波的提速。
Aftershock to buy a bit of time because the recon that came in, the one-way two, Kai just spraying, fully headshots Nick.
直接用小开的一个单向烟去否决了。
Actually, a really nice round so far from Trace. Beautifully put together pistol.
一边穿一边看监控。
但是中路和 B 通都取得了不错的收益啊。
对。
现在是一个5打3，优势已经是来到了 TE 这一个防守方。
Got the camera to play off too. Nobody's over rotating either. You've got somebody watching top mid, then you got somebody on A.
这一分没有惊喜翻腾啊，他只能走着进。
这个雷感觉压的有点。
Kai gets another one right for a smoke, but he gets traded for a smoke. Paranoia just misses Hebe, so he gets back onto the angle to re-peek it.
有点尴尬，只能硬着头皮进。哦，过点就要被混。
Every time that they try, every time that they just think about peeking out of B main, they just get pepper sprayed down.
而且队友的手里没有烟了，这个爆能器还捡不了。充能完毕了，要过来捡吗？但是你可以看到 T 旁边有人站着 ，Locking。
25秒了，绕中路的 Look 也倒地。
All right, yeah, really nice pistol. Like the aggression and stuff mid was really nice from Feng Feng. The stun was good. The aftershock to buy a bit more time.
的一波前压给队伍奠定了一个比较大的优势。
Very happy with it thus far.
打一手冰柜神兽，他雷兹的熟练度真的太夸张了。这个2连跳非常丝滑，配合一个山峰地线，技能刚刚。
I mean, the fact that Vukashu was at cage there ready to go though is good thinking.
3连发是打掉了对手。哇，这个寻地剑确实没有太好的办法。感觉 T 也是渐入佳境了，找到了自己的一些。
Any buy ups? Just Vukashu with a sheriff because of course.
现在目前。
And everybody looking to push mid for DRG. You don't have a trip here, so King Han has to hold it with his face, which is risky, but you have the camera to play off, and you've lost it. Don't get eco, please. Don't get eco.
1换1，我觉得对于 DRG 来说是可以接受的。但对于
And two people ready to peek. Really nice. Oh, how has Vukashu got free? How has he got free?
换弹被抓到 timing 了，1打1。
Oh my god, that's way too close.
他只是标配。
太吓人了这一波。
Okay, yeah, we need to see it from Vukashu's perspective, please.
天哪！
打靶位，这就是 Vukashu。
而且说实话
He literally couldn't look any more bothered.
对手都是有枪的情况下，
但这一分从经济的角度来说 ，DRG 已经赚了。
对对对
，T 很亏。
But this is all fine.
这个小开的反清做的还非常不错。再来看一下 Vukashu 这一波。
Those first two.
来一个点一个。
Bang bang.
这一分非常的关键，最后这个1v1其实有些风险在。
给他压力也比较大。
It's been so long since we've seen Vukashu raid boss though.
哎，我们要注意，这是
Oh, he's seen the little toesies.
知道对方上一分有起正义的，所以甲可能不太好。确实有4个人啊，5个人都是一枪身体就能命中。
This isn't even a bonus. They're bought up.
感动，就知道单向烟，哇！
出其不意，必有
Getting
收获。
Shion as well. Everybody's on half armor, so the fact the Feng Feng's come out with the outlaw here is very nice.
这个过点
Well read.
2个人双架的。
对。
My god. Oh, I like this call though. They're pushing through the smoke. Kai's here to expect it though. Oh, and he almost gets both of them. It's a 1 versus 1 again. Like, Feng will be able to pick up a rifle here, right? Because of all of the other chaos that's been happening. Nick has a stun and an aftershock. Oh, and he just doesn't expect the Feng's going to be coming from CT, I guess.
这一分长枪分有惊无险 ，T 是稳住了局面，并且随着峰峰不停的击杀，他这个下半场的终极技能来到了一个非常夸张的境界，马上就有了，差1个点拆完爆能器之后。
是的，很快的大招。
那 DRG 要不要下一分叫个暂停啊？这个蟒侠确实有点。
What happens in mid though here? So just 2 people pick this.
这个市场的位置其实在。
I think Trace need to be a little bit careful with like this has been read. Every time that there's some pressure that comes in from market, that there is going to be some response from like top mid as well.
队友好像都想要去起一下，但是只有2个人还在犹豫，要不要留经济呢？还是要留一些？我开始要退枪了。
Yeah, DRG don't really have much of a buy here though. They are kind of buying up though. No, 850 credits.
我觉得他们的破解之法应该是把节奏降慢。
Like Xion just accepting that he's going to be like on a bulldog next round.
至少不能让第一波所有的技能都被所有人吃到。
对。
哎，小开收半线这个声音应该是被发现了。
对。
但是他在不停的看监控，
在吸引对手的一个注意。第一时间是有一个单上烟的。
哦，他退到了一个很。
The camera's been broken.
半线被发
Off
现
the
了。
shot.
单上烟，
Put the cage down. Sees all the paranoia come out. That should be enough of a clue that. Yep, they're coming to B, guys. Get ready.
能掉枪给你。回防的话，峰峰是有大招的。
爆能先安装好了，但进攻方现在也有。
Rolling Thunder. You got neural theft. You still have a nade. You still have a shock dart. Oh, the stun and Luke peeking off of it is really nice. The nade. He's, oh, he only has 1 bullet. Oh my God, Luke! What the fuck is this game turning into? I thought I was gonna say he has 1 bullet left, and then he got 2 kills. Like my maths isn't working. I'm looking at numbers, and more kills are coming out. No surprise that Trace like, you know what? Fuck, just leave. Just good God.
两边都在用正义去操作。 而现在的 DRG， 因为这一分已经是
Oh my God! I'm glad I'm sat down for this one.
没钱的黑贝的存款其实也没有特别多。
对，哇，这一波正义的3杀让对手直接断送了回防的想法。
干净利落，第一个其实是吃到了队友技能的控制，这就是 Luke 赛前所说的，队友给他更多的技能支援所带来的收益。
Oh man, it's
非常漂亮的3杀。 这一分的话 ，T 经济不是很好，可能会。
I think at this point Trace can buy, but hey, like just go sheriffs, mate. That's all we need.
那惊雷卷地和晚焰火还都在，所以这一分 T 的选择还蛮多的。如果是打出一些人数互换，甚至是人数优势的话。
Thank you for streaming the Chinese game. English commentary helps a lot.
去装载一下。
You're taking Chinese in college. I mean, it seems like a really good like language to be learning.
晚焰火这个技能呢？这可能是整个
lot of work, but
不多的翻盘点之一。
是的。这个包点其实整体。
We got people trying to translate interviews and stuff there, so you can use that as extra coursework if you like to.
因为对手的话是有中技能的。
Right, double trips. Abe's got a rifle. Over on this site, you've got 3, 4 people. 2 of those are rifles. And look at Loki. He's actually pushing all the way into mid.
但是这个过路费能不能让他收呢？
关键中路的洛 King 压得很
听到了这个半线，第一时间要炸掉的。
用惊喜翻腾来去把半线搞掉。点后有寻敌剑加踩雷飞剑想去穿。
要强行顶吗？这个寻敌剑小心啊！
发现了。
The stun coming across. There's the showstopper. Might be a bit of a loss considering it is a Nico and you're using a big gun. Oh no, if Kai can get one more. This push out of B main though is great from Xion. What a call. He right-click classicked him from about 20 yards away.
心里的博弈，邵文清也觉得你是假 T， 你在骗我。
Don't peek this again.
哎，这个波点已经发现了，直接来到 B 头，我给你明牌。
是一个比较稳健的打法，邵文清想要翻进。
Oh, for God's sake!
用他的经验再帮。
He doesn't give a shit. He just doesn't. He's just spraying from the classic.
这一个回合没有退路，那就不退。
I thought he was just like, I'm still here. I'm still fighting.
他的 fake 的操作。 把对方给操作秀到了！
哇 ，Locking 他总是能够在关键时刻一展身手啊！
Oh, this game is making me laugh like Muttley the dog from fucking Wacky Races.
但是作为控场的一个嗅觉，指甲烟雾，知道你可能会混我的黑账。
What is this game? What is this map? See, this is what, like, if you watch EMEA or Americas, what do you get there? You get boring B main post plant sat here, fucking just playing this. China have this. What easiest decision of your life? What are you gonna watch?
个人发挥所拦截了追分的脚步。
这一分第二季要看一下
终极技能的 all in。
很多。
Oh, oh my God! Can we just stop taking dumbass fights? See, every time Trace, they tried to fight for this. If it doesn't work, they've got 3 people here ready and waiting. 4. All of the alive players fighting for this space a bit more to try and flush out Vukashu. Vukashu's still going to get 1, isn't he? Of course he still gets 1. He's good. You just missed him. How is he able to get 2? And it's a 1v1 again. Oh, he gets Chad wide peaked as well. Oh, man. I am so getting a noise complaint today. It's unreal. It's 3 o'clock. We might have another map after this. Beth finishes work in like an hour. I cannot believe. Just keep trading rounds. This isn't even like Tyler versus Nova anymore. This is like 2 really good teams, especially Trace.
而现在对于 T 来说是要艰难的度过一个存钱分，只有 Lukin 手里有一把长枪。
DRG 这一分要打的稍微的要保守一下，近点。
Like, can we just get some hold on the game?
技能去清点。
DRG 知道他们现在手里几乎捏了5个大，上一期就差1个点，所以他们没必要去着急做动作，先控。
Is this map 3? This is map 2. We've got to split with these guys if it goes to map 3. But if it's a 2-0, it's DRG beating Trace, which is a huge win.
他就是想强行去换人，但这个位置
有人在看，
要不要清呢？应该要清吧？没有清，
这 timing 真抓到了。
他还能操作吗？这踩雷飞剑压一下位置。
All right, he only gets 1. Thank Christ.
山姆地线已经给上了。
I don't think I could take like any more.
收掉了他，但是现在有个问题就是。 Luke 倒了，两边雷兹互换，其实对。
What even was the question that people are debating about here?
就只能靠中文技能去堆了。神经取息
抛出，完全锁定你的位置。
Like the China has it worse because they're relying on imports more.
技能就意味着你收益会低。2个闪兜胶其实没有打出特别好的效果，点后再不停的穿射。 发现点里是空无一人，狂烈之怒直接驾车啊！这一分 T 想拖时间。
I also think that esports-wise, China just have imports like League of Legends. Every China team, or most of them, has like Korean players on it too. So I think that's just maybe the model of thinking, if that's what we're talking about.
T 依然还有悬念，不过手里的枪太差了，他们要尽可能的去捡一把长枪回来再操作。
能捡一把。
2个人都有烟，赛博
Get the rolling thunder out of them.
也在手中。 给了一发雷击剑。
It was almost. It was the fact that it was just from like a third-person view. It just looked comical. Of just watching you. Why are you just like run across? Like, oh, just donked right in the back of the head. Takes him clean out headshot through the smoke. At that moment, not even like this round, but just that clip of the third-person perspective, like the secondary observer. Now I could just sum up Sunset right now. Yeah, we have Cienema as well as the... That's what we really need to be spamming. I keep forgetting that we have it as an emote.
是的。
而随着 Vukashu 的这一波4杀 ，DRG 已经是将比分追到了9比10，仅仅只差1分了。
非常的接近。
Look, the coach is just spaced out. He's like, I could have been a doctor. You know, I could have helped people.
和观众们，非常感谢各位能够来到无畏竞技场以及守候在电脑屏幕之前。
是的。
那么今天这场比赛已经来到了一个白热化的阶段。TE 如果
It's a problem for China times that want more imports. Yeah, but I think that's a very, I think that's a temporary problem. Because China wants to incorporate people that have been good in other regions. They have the resources to like get people like that.
目前这个局势啊，两边这个比分都咬得非常的死。
并且都是这种极致的个人英雄主义发挥。
没错。
非常大的一个长。
Wait, did he really? Did Polvi declare residency?
回来之后怎么处理
DRG 手握4个大招， 比较关键的就是摄影器和 Lug 还有 Nick 的中艺技能，这4个。
Yeah, I thought probably would be an
能
import.
够交一个买一个保底的。中路要打一波变数了。
Oh, they're pushing in. There's Feng Feng again with a push, similar to the pistol. Good round, good call after you take a timeout too. Oh, Low King. Oh my God, can we stop just pissing our pants, please? You've just got to kill. You don't need to be here.
对，因为终极技能
You played up against a breach.
Nick 还在。第一时间的话，打另外一个点，有这个终极的买保底，还是有可能的。
小开有战术监控，看到了。
Just you had a really nice play to get yourself an advantage, and then you go and do that.
现在看到了之后，DRG肯定不能提速了。
对，
如果提速，对方的回防会非常的快。
主要是他看到的是一个铁壁的位置。
对，而且我们可以看到小地图上，黑贝已经是支援到了 A 点。黑贝他所选择的铁壁，他可以不需要第一时间赶到比较靠前的战场，他又可以用超远距离的山崩地线去支援自己的队友对枪。在这儿，
小开这个位置也挺激进的，说实话，他这个 elbow 是只有一个半线。
对，DRG 现在目前这个打法有点赌，他赌对手 B 点不前压。
Looks like an immortal player. I mean, I don't think it's.
等一下，要不
He just got in too deep and then just panicked.
直接一个大拉出来，山崩地线给上，暗岩野推加巨阵。
Speaking of getting in too deep and panicking. Why Kai thought that would work is beyond me. Like, you're the Cypher as well, and then you've got, like, kill trips. And you're like, I'm gonna hide around this corner. When again, they have a Sova, they have like an Eldrun. There's setups that can just recon out this. It's not worth the aftershock too, it's not worth the risk. Nice. Showstopper just yeeted out. Where you tries to peek, gets cleared out. Good adjustment, very quick. Nice from TCH to TP to the side. And there's Fury trying to work with a post plant, gets Feng Feng. Abe chases him down, but he's only like 10 HP. Yeah, Vukashi puts it to bed.
这一个回合暂停回来 ，DRG 再砍1分，将双方的比分追平。
哇，非常漂亮的一波！但是我觉得很可惜的一点 ，T 他们这个回防已经做出了非常大的一个变数了，已经是把这个局势扭转到几乎激。
I imagine declaring residency would depend on like the amount of you. Like if you've got a 3-year contract, I think it's easier to declare residency because you can say I'm here for the next 3 years. But if you've only got like a yearly contract, I think it'd be harder to argue that.
DRG 也真非常舍得下本，他们用大招清了一下 A 区的一个防守点位，但这一次4B 毒点，存钱分的4B 毒点。
如果你要来山崩地线和暗岩，现在手里都捏着，第一时间近点的话，可能没有太好的。
哦，这一发雷击剑，直接炸到了50血，吃了个满的，但他不敢动。
哇，这一分 DRG 也很警觉哦，知道你没有经济的情况下，就是怕你雷子的前压。 在后点加了非常长的时间。
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
山崩地线想要打一个反清，
By the next map, let's drop the discussion.
对，
矩阵余波甚至还非常仔细的清了这个木板之后
，Tivaslook 手里有中音技能。
打满之后也已经
Because we have silly Valorant in front of us, and we're talking about legal litigation.
稍微考虑清一下才行，标了个点。
晚安焰火。 随时可以掏出，但是爆能期的血袋这已经去中了。这一波 DRG
back to the cinema, yeah.
要等中路，中路
And Tracer on an eco, so that means that they're gonna win the round.
对，中路第一时间要控一下市场的位置，相信无人机跟市场的位置打一波协同，晚安焰火中站找到了死点的一个人。
There goes Kai. There goes Lao King. Feng Feng gets one. I mean, we've seen a lot of like eco rounds kind of. Oh my god, what the fuck? Excuse me?
市场有人，
左边会搜吗？没有搜。TZH 稳稳收掉背神这一分。DRG 用他们的耐心化解了对手非常有博弈的战术。
I forgot to message this morning saying like
A 大加了几十秒之后，发现对手去反
正非常
的多，那就意味着你这个 A 爆点至少3个人以上，所以第二时间来配合 Luke 的晚安焰火来夹击市场，让包点的 TE 没有办法去站下来。我觉得这也是他们作为局势上面临场的一些应对做得很好。
今天的 DRG 在 控制场上节奏上做的。
We're just saying, like checking that you're okay. Probably goes to you. No, don't think so.
优势的几个回合。
我觉得他们现在要把握这个终极技能的回防。
对，尤其是黑贝这个惊雷卷地。
是的。
But I ended up getting derailed this morning messing with compressors and stuff.
必须要打出收益才行。
We play some pretty good teams in China. It might have 4, depending on how this goes. Come on, Trace. You have a rolling thunder. You have a neural theft. This whole region is driving me crazy. How many good teams in China? Probably about 3.
在抓对手的一个心理上，你近一点，我一定堵你没人。
还真抓到 timing 了，但是小开补掉了 Luka。这个地前也没有活。
I will like DRG have definitely felt like fraudulent in some places, but they have like against JDG, against Trace here. They have played some phenomenal Valorant. Like, this is crazy. And like it almost reminds me of like Secret. The Secret kind of go, oh yeah, we have hands, and then they start destroying everybody. Same thing.
因为对手是有一个山崩地陷的，近点没有人看到人的情况下，猜到对手一定在后点。
This team will lose to Furia. I don't know.
置之死地而后生，他这一波如果附近有一个人，他一定。
I think China's behind, but I don't think that they're objectively bad.
任何技能的辅助，一个人探到了包点。
今天他对于比赛场上的局面，真的。
Is that good compared to international attendees from other regions? Yeah, I'd say so. Especially when those other like attendees from like Madrid have been like losing and dropping series.
对方有2次能够终结他们的机会，但好消息是他们这一份还有长枪能够去操作。
是的。
现在 DRG 就是想先对枪对死一个，然后让。
When it comes to China playing up against other international teams, it's just mental. It's just.
这一份的话，其实两边比较。
But like, if you take a China team and you put it into EMEA, I don't think they're going to be bottom of the league.
我还是要依靠一些小技能去打一些 combo， 先骗一下对手的一些技能。T 交了一个黑杖。
果然要让沃卡鼠去操作，让他在中路去找一找机会对枪什么的。
对，哎，先把帧数监控打掉。
Can't believe Trace have a chance to miss playoffs, right? Like, and it's also like Trace missing out on playoffs to like all gamers.
薄弱点 ，YOU 他手里。只有一个巡敌剑，他没有狂烈之怒，所以这个 A 点，就算他听到了对方安装爆能器，他也只能忍着等。
Imagine if it ends up as like Tyloo missing playoffs, but the other 3 teams to miss playoffs in the Omega group is Trace and JDG.
30秒钟，这一波 A 点是势在必行了，直接提速。矩阵余波，
Just making sure it's clear. All right, breathe. You got 2 chances to bring this back to overtime, Trace.
世界包都能看，这个。
有人绕后 ，Looking 来了，
他好像有察觉，在看。
Oh no! Why would you even try to flank that at that point? Did they break the trip too? Fung gets one in his trade. If Vikashu's just getting more and more, Kai is like pretty peppered down. He's 5 HP.
他一枪就死，但是艾博的人员已经架得非常的死了，这个回防会有点难打。小 K 这个位置。
Oh my God! They're gonna do it. These are the 2 teams that like got to top 4 as well in China for Madrid, and they both didn't qualify. Okay, all right. Things got very, very interesting. Like, that is a massive win for DRG to win and also to win 2-0. Like, what has this team been doing the last couple of weeks? I did look at like because it's also like the bans for both teams were the other team's like main pick. So essentially, it not only says that like DRG are a good team, but like their map pool is strong, like, outside of Icebox. Yeah, no idea what was up with Trace today. Like, they were just... I think they just underestimated DRG by a lot. Like, Trace, I think... It's the same, like, EDG, like, they can do so well against various China teams, because it's like when teams played up against Fnatic last year. Because you have teams playing like shaking like shitting dogs, playing up against Fnatic. They're so scared of them that they just play weird. And I think a lot of teams have been guilty of that against EDG in kickoff in stage 1 in like Evolution even last year. And I think teams have started to do that with Trace, like Wolves, Nova and stuff like that. Because it's Trace, they play differently. But DRG, like somebody put in chat just then, like yeah, Trace played bad, but DRG didn't play really any differently. Like they were just hitting shots. But it's the fact that you could take that DRG team and you can play it up against other squads. It's like they've just built on top of it, whereas Trace were like, hold on, these guys aren't respecting us. In fact, they're peeking into us when we try to get aggressive. I mean, also, yeah, all of the ecos. This just this feels like it was the point where it just broke the mental of Trace. And also just DRG, I suppose, having the mentality to... They get ecoed, and then they just eco them back. Right, they're not necessarily going, oh, how did we mess up that round? They're like, all right, let's go win eco now. Abby is not leaving tech. Yeah, I mean, it's China has a lot of money, and if it's an org that you've never really heard of before, that isn't in like the LPL, chances are they're in because they're like a mobile gaming org, and /or you have a lot of money. So yeah, like Wolves be known by Fosun, a lot of money. Trace got a lot of capital investment, I think last year, a lot of money.
I put cam here. If I spot someone, you will check.
Titan Media Company is a pretty big thing.
Okay, let's go. I don't see anyone.
I'm just surprised that like Li Ning LNG didn't get in. They literally sponsored the kits that people were wearing LPL as well as having a team. Like, it's crazy. So big up China, guys. Give me a slice of that pie. Anywho.